Hello again, YouTube world. John here, reseller life. Got another haul video. So get right into it. I got all this stuff from the bins in my local area down in southern Arizona. First thing first, we got I'm not sure, the brand is kind of tricky. Abadra, I think it is. I tried to find comps on it. I couldn't really find anything. I found some stuff on Google. There's some stuff listed on other platforms outside of eBay, but the quality is really good. It's got a nice little patina to it, some wear, and it is Western style, so that helps with the patina. Or if it's like biker style, you can tell it's like Western style because it's got these pointed, kind of wing-tipped, Western tipped, and then it's got that on the back also. It's mid-length. It's not quite a duster, but it's long. So I'll put those in the keywords. I'm still happy with the buy. It probably cost me about $5, and I'll shoot high and kind of wait it out. So I'll probably list it for $80 to $100. Try to put in some really good keywords like steampunk, Western, biker, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. It might be a little bit on the long tail side, but I think we can get at least $50 for it. Second one is these Levi's, these kind of like salmon, red, orange colored Levi's. They've got all kinds of like crazy distress on them. They got paint all over them. Let's see, they're Levi's 569s, 34, good size. Not the most popular cut right now, but actually what I liked most about them was the fact that they were an off color, like this the salmon color, and the fact that they had all this distress and coloring and everything on it. I think that'll actually help them sell. I'll probably post these for $30, and I'm pretty sure I'll get pretty close to that. Buy cost on it is about $3. This is an Adidas, they call these like pennies, I think, and it's kind of like a top jersey for practices and scrimmages between teams. I'm not 100% what they go for, but I mean, it cost me literally maybe a nickel, and I'm sure I could probably get like $10 for it. Here is a Rockstar energy drink, vintage shirt. It's missing the tag, but you can just tell by the patina on it and the basic layout of it that it's an older shirt. It's not single stitch, but I don't know if Rockstar goes back that far. Rockstar and Monster Energy stuff does really good, especially the older stuff. There's like a huge collector's market for. You can even sell the older Monster like cans of like energy drink and Rockstar energy drink. Sorry, if they're older. Here is location, Mazatlan, Mexico, vintage 90s shirt on it's like a Caribbean tag. Looks like it might have been made in Mexico. Not a USA tag, but it's definitely vintage. Cool colors. Got that 90s neon pastel colors going on. That should probably go between $25 and $15, somewhere between there. It might go a little bit longer because it's a location vintage, but still, it's just a t-shirt, which is quick for me to list, and it's vintage 90s, which I just love vintage 90s, so I don't mind doing the work and waiting on it for a little while to sell, because I just like picking that kind of stuff up. I enjoy it. Here is a vintage Arkansas Razorbacks, University of Arkansas sweater. It looks like it's a adult small, and it's on that cool Signal, it's actually an adult medium, Signal USA vintage tag. I think I can get about $25 to $35 for this one. Buy cost is maybe $1. You got the Caribbean Joe. I'm picking up a lot of Hawaiian stuff right now, Hawaiian shirts, because it's springtime, almost summer. This is a size small, but it's actually kind of larger. One of the big things as to why I picked this up, because it's not real loud. Louder is always better, it seems like, is the fact that it's made out of linen. So silk, 100% silk, linen. What is it? Medell is kind of like a wool, a real soft wool also. Are good ones to pick up. Since this is linen, I'm pretty sure I can get about $25 for it. This is just a basic Aeropostale t-shirt. Not the greatest brand, but it's a t-shirt, is really clean. And Aeropostale, PacSun, American Eagle, and stuff like that is starting to trend again. That is probably the lower end of those brands right now. But the t-shirts, Easy Lister, was really, really clean. And you know, it cost me less than $1. So I think I can get about 15 to 18 bucks for it. This is a really great brand to look for. This is Cinch. It's a Western brand. Their jeans are really good. Their shirts are really good. This is a really cool, never seen anything like it, is a Cinch windbreaker. And I'm not sure what the C96 America is. I'll look it up, but just the Cinch alone is a selling point on it. It's got a lot going on it right here. There's a lot of wear. I don't know if these are stains. I'll try to get it out, and it looks like there's a little something going on with the zipper here, but I know how to fix that. And if you're looking to, if you have issues like this with zippers, just YouTube it. The zippers are not as tricky as you think they are. They're actually pretty simple to fix. Or even replace and repair. Some of them you can just take right off, and there's these zippers that you can get that snap right together, and you can replace the zippers really quick. You can get them in bulk too. So this was really light. Even with the wear on it, I'm sure I can still get like $20 to $25 for it. Even if I can't get the stains and the marks out of it, just because it's Cinch, it's Western wear, it's cowboy wear. Their stuff gets pretty beat up no matter what. In the long run, so even if I can't get the marks and everything out of it, 25 bucks. And buy cost is probably $2. This is a reversible Merrimont. Merrimont's a really good brand to look out for. Higher end, sells really consistently. So this is reversible, fleece, and kind of like a windbreaker material. I'll probably store this for my winter listings and post it come September, and I think I'll list it for 40 to 50 bucks. Now the vintage thinner pullover sweater, this tag Freestyle, not one that I'm used to, and it's barely hanging on. It is made in America. It's kind of hard to tell if they're single stitch when they're sweaters, but it is vintage USA. It's a Christmas sweater. One thing I really did like about it though is it's got the Western theme, Christmas with the boots. So I'll list it for 25 and see where it goes. I'm sure I'll get between 15 and 25 for it. Levi's 501's got the cool faded wallet, sorry. Got some more distressing on the front. Looks like a button fly. This is gonna help it sell. The button flies do better than the regular zipper flies. 501s are always gonna sell. You got a good size, which is 3130. And for me, the distress does not hurt it. If anything, it probably helps it. So I'll probably get about 25 for these right now. Levi's 501s, they bounce around. They'll go 40, they'll go down to 15 sometimes. Rarely do they go down that low. 25 pretty consistently over years and years of selling Levi's 501s. Vintage, heavy cotton Fruit of the Loom, just a basic sweater. It's got some nice fading and patina, which is cool right now. I'm sure I'll get 18 to 25, $2 buy cost. You got these REI, which is a great outdoor brand. This is kind of like a nylon polyester, yeah, mostly polyester. Outdoors, kind of like lightweight, breathable pants. There is a model over here, Peak 2.5L. Oh, that's not really a model, maybe like the series that it is. So I'll look that up and base my listing off of that and the REI, but I'll easily get 25 bucks for this. Buy cost less than $2. This is an Izod polo. It's the XFG series. It's got a cool little geometric pattern to it. It looks like it's a more athletic cut for Izod. It's a modern Izod. Vintage Izod does really well, especially if you can get the ones with the little gator on the front. It's also, the brand is also Lacoste. So a lot of modern Izod that doesn't have the gator is probably not a good pickup, but the fact that this is one of their performance brands is the reason why I picked this up. And it should get between 18 and 25 for it. Another bread and butter. Nike running shorts, just basic, really lightweight, cost me nothing. I'd say 15 to 20. This is another vintage. It's got the Horseman made in USA tag on it. Very good condition. University, what is it? Colorado CSM, Colorado State University alumni shirt. Should get about 25 for that. This is a brand that I wasn't familiar with before I picked it up, and it's rock and roll jeans. They're actually really nice looking quality jeans, and I looked up the comps on them. These should sell for about 30 bucks, and these are like really good condition. Like, doesn't look like they wore them at all. Echo South Pole, those kind of hip hop rap skater brands that were really trendy in the late 90s and early kind of 2000s. They're trending really heavily again. I don't think this is a vintage one because of that tag. I don't believe that's a vintage tag, but nonetheless, the brand is trending right now. So vintage or not vintage, this is going to sell either way. This is their symbol, and I think they use a rhino. Yep, there's the rhino. So it's a zip up sweater. It's in really good shape, and I'm going to shoot for 25 on it. If it were vintage, it would go for more, but it looks like it's modern. This looks like this is an older Adidas. This is one of the older tags for Adidas. They'll have all the flags on there. Windbreaker jacket, or what I like to put is track jacket or track suit. Track jacket. If you have the pants too, put the suit. But that's a really good keyword because I think people look up the Adidas track jacket, track pants more than they probably do windbreaker or sweats or stuff like that. And I think I can get about 25 for that. Let's see, that was a personal buy. This is a really good find, a little bit heavier, but this is called a gi, spelled G-I, I believe it's spelled G-I. This is for jiu-jitsu and judo. Not quite karate because it's you can tell it's judo and jiu-jitsu because it's definitely thicker and heavier material rather than karate, which I think is like a lighter material, thinner material, and they don't sell. Not for me at least. I don't know any brands that do. So all this stuff, War Tribe, I don't think it's really, unless that's the brand. That is the brand actually. Some of these, you'll see a lot of like patches and decals and embroideries on these things for the different like gyms or studios that they come from. And some of them are irrelevant, but I've noticed they don't really hurt the cost of them. And some brands do better than others. I didn't look this one up, but I'm most certain that I'm gonna get at least 25 to 35 for it. And the sizes in here, this is the W, it's got a W2, I don't know if you can see that. The W means it's women's, and I think the men's will have like an A or a C in front of it. So this is a W2, which basically means it's like a size 2 women's. And I'm pretty sure I found the pants for that too. So I'll actually put them together and I'll shoot for closer to like $50 for it. This is a basic quarter zip Orvis sweater. I'll put this, no, it's a lighter sweater, so I'll list it now. The lighter sweaters I'll list in the off season. The heavier stuff I'll store until September. But these used to sell, I used to get $40, $50 for these all day long. They're a little flooded now, so I'll probably get 18 to 20 for it. But they still sell. And for my buy cost, I do pick them up. This is another REI. That's the REI symbol. It's got the pine trees in the back. I didn't know that these were kids, but I probably would have still picked them up. I'm sure I can still get 15 to 18, maybe $20 for these. REI Outdoors kind of polyester pants. Hiking, good keyword. And these are actually the pants to that gi coat or jacket or top. These are a thin material but very strong material. So I'll pair those up with the top and I'll shoot for $50 on that set. Basic 2013 University of Arizona Sweet 16 basketball shirt. It's a Champion. What is that? $15 to $20. This is a cool Nautica vintage shirt. It's got that cool 90s stripe action going on. It's got the Nautica crest, like sailboat right there. The 90s stripe is really cool right now. Kind of trending up, and it's got a little bit of fade to it, which actually helps it. Good keyword to put in there, that it's faded. I like to put natural fading. This is a Nike University of Minnesota. It looks like it might be a youth size. Made by Nike, which that's a plus. Yeah, it's a youth large, but I'll also put in the description, fits like a women's small to help them sell. Probably about 18 to 20. This is a cool find. This is a vintage Pacific, or Profile, Profile. Snow jacket. What sold me on it is this pattern of colors. This is, they call this a 90s color block. And you can see like the block coloring. These aren't the most appealing colors. You want the 90s like pastels and neons and stuff like that. This is just the coat jacket too. Things that sell like really well for me are the entire snow suits, the one pieces. You can get well over $100 for those sometimes with the right colors and brands. The brands on these are a little off though, because some of these companies aren't even around anymore. So what's really selling it is the age and the style. I'm gonna put this away until September, but I'll list it in September, and I'll put about $40 to $50 on it. This is another pair of martial arts pants. These are gi pants. I don't think I found the top for these, but I'll still try to shoot for $20 for the pants. Let's see, that may be all for the clothes. I got some hats. So this is like a beanie or something like that. It said WWF on there with a panda. That's got to be like some sort of wildlife thing. I thought it was a wrestling thing, but it does look different. I haven't looked it up. Maybe you guys can look it up and find out exactly what that is or what that's from. Yeah, I'll look it up and see what it was. I got no information to give you on this, sorry. But that's gonna go away till September anyways. This is a cool little dad style. Any type of fishing hat or a hat with fish on it, I always pick up. I like fishing stuff, fishing sweaters, fishing hats, fishing jackets, even if they're off-brand. Tall Tales Charters, it's like a charter, Charleston, South Carolina. I'll shoot for 15 to 20. I'm gonna shoot for 15 to 20 on every basic hat that isn't like, doesn't have the cool factor or isn't branded really well. Here's a cool little, and I like the dad hats too. Dad hats seem to sell really well on eBay for me. That's just a javelina. Animal, Mountain Lemon, that's a mountain here in Arizona. Camo, Toyota trucks. I actually might shoot for 25 on that, and I'll reshape these too. Home Depot, Bear Paints, cool camo, got the American flag on it. 18 to 20. This is a really cool vintage strapback Coors Light hat. It's made out of polyester and nylon. It's pretty stained up on the inside, but I'll try to get that off. I put all these through the wash anyways and reshape them. I'll shoot for, I'll list it for 25. Let's see where it goes. I'll take offers. Minnesota Vikings football team, New Era fitted. The small New Era fitted hats don't do as well as the mediums and the larger sizes. This one, is a medium large, so that actually should do pretty well. Those are kind of like a flex fit type. The ones that don't do as well are the ones that are actually numbered, like anything like in the sixes, 6.5, 6 3/4, they 6 1/4 don't do as well as the mid sizes and the large sizes. Costco employee hats, I pick up all employee hats, employee shirts and stuff like that. They seem to sell pretty consistently for me for bread and butter kind of money, you know, the $15 to $20 mark. Callaway golf hat, all these things are smashed. There's actually a fusion technology, which is one of their golf balls or golf clubs, so that'll help it sell actually. They're all smashed, but I will reshape them. They'll look much better when I list them. Massimo hunting hat. There's the Massimo in the back, but that's the Massimo symbol. Right there is that tree with the kind of yin and yang going on to it. All right, and so that's all the clothing, hats. We'll go to hard goods. This is a Wilson's catcher's glove. One thing you want to put in there is, this is the thumb side, these are the finger sides, so it will go on your left hand, so it means that you would throw with your right. So in your description for these, you want to put right-handed thrower or left-handed thrower. You want to decipher the difference. They all have their model number. If it's a good premium one, like this one's like all leather, it's heavier, you can smell it's very strong smelling. If you can't smell it and it's got like peeling on it, then it's not real leather. Don't bother with it. But here's the model number. This one, so it's got damage on it, needs to be restrung. Catcher's glove and first baseman gloves typically do better than your regular gloves. The catcher's glove, you can because it's like thicker, and then the first baseman's glove are kind of, but not quite as thick, and they're much larger. Catcher's gloves, first baseman's glove are going to do better, and even with the damage on here, and without the damage, I'd probably get 40 for it. These can be restitched. It's an older glove, so it probably needs to be restitched no matter what. I'm gonna still shoot for 25 on it. Buy cost was probably $3. It's a vintage Holly Hobby lunchbox thermos. It actually has the date. It's 1989. Sometimes the thermoses sell better than the actual lunchboxes themselves. You want to check too. This is like the little soup cup that we used to use when we were kids, but you want to see because this will come apart too. So you want to make sure this piece is there. And sometimes you can just take them apart too. Sell this piece, sell this piece, and sell this piece. That actually might be what I'll do with that, because this goes for about $15, and if we sell them separate, I'll probably get $10 a piece for them. And since they're all kind of the same, I can sell similar and just change cap, lid, base, and they'll be pretty quick listings. Dimmer switches. So these are, it's a very common brand for dimmer switches, Lutron, yeah. These are new. I always pick these up new or even used. This is the almond colored one, so it doesn't sell quite as well as the white colored one. And you can tell on the model number, the almond one will have an AL, like an abbreviation for almond, or a WH for like, which is an abbreviation for white. If this were the white ones, I'd probably get like 60 to 50 for the pair. Since they're almond, I'll still get about 30, 35. And this cost me, I don't know, maybe $1. This is a really good find. So at the bins, so I didn't even see the processor. It's a Cuisinart food processor that you find these in. This is the amber colored one. There's also a clear colored ones, but they all have their model number on there. This is a DLC-7, and then that's the actual base and everything that it goes with model. And then I have another model number, which is smaller right there. And this one in particular sells for about $40, and it probably cost me about 25 cents. Next to it also was the sleeve. This is the top sleeve or chute. You want to check, oops, there we go. You want to check these to make sure they're not broken. You want to check any type of little pieces or appendages that are hanging off. You want to make sure that they're not cracked or broken, because That's typically why people have to replace them, because these things break. And the way the Cuisinart food processors are set up is like everything has to click and lock together. It's all safety mechanisms and everything like that. So they come on and off kind of harshly sometimes, so they break really easy. But it won't work unless everything locks together. So everything has to align in order for it to work. So if you have one part that doesn't work or that is broken, you got to get a replacement part. And they're not cheap. They're like $250 for the food processor. So that one over there, particularly that model sells for 40 of that piece, but typically I'll get about 25. This same thing, about 20 to 25. I'm not sure why that lid for the working bowl goes for 40, but I'll take it. So 25 for that one too. This is the chute sleeve. Another one I like to pick up is, this is a Starbucks mug, regular basic, like 18 ounce mugs from 2006. This is out of Las Vegas. It's their city mugs. This one sells for about 15 to 20 bucks. Not the best one, but there are some really, really good ones out there. Like, look up one of the Tokyo ones, goes for well over $100. The tumblers do well too. I've already got these listed, so I got them in the bag. So this Rainbird. So I tested this, went through it. I knew it was going to take a while to test this, but I also know that Rainbird, especially this one, because it's more modern, it's got like the Wi-Fi connections and everything like that. You'll get the model number in here. I think this retails for $200, and I'm pretty sure I can get $100 for it. So you got brands like Malibu, Rainbird. If you get like the actual units that you can set and put the timers on, everything like that, definitely look them up because it's well worth it. They typically all sell for a good price, even used. I don't know if I've ever found one that doesn't work, and I've sold hundreds of these things. So great brand. Malibu's also a good brand, and you can tell that they're outdoor lighting sprinkler timers because they have dirt on them. Sometimes they'll have cobwebs on them. And they'll all have a model number, so they're easy to look up. You got the brand, the model number, super easy to look up. So that probably cost me about $6, and I should easily sell it for $100 within a month. So our bins, they used to sell vacuum cleaners for like, you bring it up and they're like $5, $10, something like that. They don't do that anymore. Everything's by weight. So I rarely ever pick up vacuum cleaners there anymore because they're, 25 pounds. So I will look up the vacuum cleaner model, and I'll filter the search to vacuum cleaner parts and used parts. So I found a Dyson. This actually has a Dyson DC41. I know that these pop off really easy, and there's lots of other parts that pop off really easy, and it wasn't full of dirt, which is great. And I should get $30 to $40 for it. It probably weighs about 2.5, maybe 3 pounds. That's it for hard goods. So we did find a good chunk of shoes too. So I'll show you the shoes. Morel hiking sandals. Morel, if you can see it. There's also a model number on the back. Q Form 2. You get about $20 for these. They weigh less than a pound. Sorels. These are Sorel boots. Made in Canada. They have a little polar bear on there. These are the Emerils. Emeril is the model. They have their model, the model number inside of them. Let's see if I can get that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it. There we go. So just like Nikes, you got a model number in there. So I was able to look these up. These will clean up really easily, and I'll polish them. It takes me about 10 minutes, maybe less, but I should get about $50 to $60 for these. $3 to $4 buy cost. Another pair of Sorels, size 8, basic snow boots, almost like brand new condition. Should get about 40 for these. Buy cost is about 6. One more pair of Sorels. These are premium Kaufman, like snow boots, duck boots. You can also call them. They have the wool lining. Should get about 40 to 50 for these. These were definitely heavy though. They probably cost me about $8. These are your basic Western boots. They look worse than they actually are. They're actually holding together really well. They just need a cleaning and a polishing, which does not take me all that long. The bottom soles is one way that you can really tell the age of these boots, or of any Western cowboy boots. A little bit of wear here, but most importantly would probably be on the back right here, because that part drags and that's really intact. So these are Justin's, I believe. Yes, Justin's. They are almond tipped. That's the shape of the toe. You'll get square, round, almond, pointed, which I don't remember the name for the pointed ones. But anyhow, these are just your basic Western cowboy ones. They do have the model in there, so you can look at the model and add the actual name of the boot in there. I should get about $40 for these. Sandals, always look up your sandals, especially if they look like quality leather ones. These are Reef. These are actually good sellers. I'll get about $20 for them. And weigh maybe 6 ounces. I've been picking up Converse and Vans a lot lately. Historically, I wouldn't, but they're trending up right now. So you got to follow the trends. Everything is changing. These do really well in a wash. You just throw them in a washing machine with some towels or whatever, because the towels will help them kind of scrub together. Don't put too much shoes in together, because they'll kind of destroy themselves, or kind of destroy each other in there because of the soft top and the hard rubber soles. So I try to only put in like a pair of 2 shoes at a time. So anyhow, I should get about $20 for these, even without the laces. And almost every common Van Converse shoes right now, I'm getting about $20 a pair. On the bottom. This was a really good find. Actually, we'll wait on those. We'll save it for last. I only have one more actually. These really nice boots, really good shape. They look kind of like a dress security boot. I think they are steel toe, so they're a work boot. Not a brand that I'm super familiar with. Iron Age says on the back. It wasn't inside, just the size and a model number. So surprisingly, these aren't like a super high-end brand, but they feel like really quality. They're almost new. They probably were new, but they got all scuffed up when they were in the process of being shipped through the bins. They cost me probably $7 or $8, and I should get about 40 for them. Last ones, double H boots. These ones were right there with these other boots. Still have the tag on there. Doesn't look like they were ever worn. These are also steel toe. I should get, you got the model number in on the inner back here. If you want to look up your models, I should easily get, these aren't even quite as heavy as the other ones, so I probably paid $6 for them, and I should easily get about $100 for them. And that's it. If you made it this far, congratulations, you have a ton of patience. And thank you for watching. Appreciate you. We'll catch you guys next time.